Now, I've been through a lot with the IWC, the internet wrestling community. I've had my ups and I've had my downs. I've had my moments where I love to be a part of it. But I've also had the moments where I just, I can't stand y'all sometimes. And it was y'all almost ruined last night for me. Y'all almost ruined the greatest episode of Monday Night Raw for me. Now, before I get into this video and why y'all almost ruined it, 75% of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed, man. I'm trying to hit 7,500 subs before the end of the week. And I know it sounds crazy. But if everybody who did their part hit that subscribe button, I would definitely appreciate it. And we could definitely hit that goal, man. I think we need about, like 200 more people to do so? I don't know the math. I failed social studies. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. Also, like the video. It helps more people such as yourself find these videos. And this community just go keep on growing. People who just love wrestling. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Now, CM Punk is being canceled by AEW fans. Now, I say the IWC, and I looped them in with the IWC because there was a few people who are pretty fair when it comes to WWE and AEW relations. There isn't a lot of tribalism in some of these people, and they had a lot of problems with what CM Punk was saying. Namely, he shouted out Jim Cornette. And it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. First of all, he never even said Jim Cornette by name. And second of all, he just said his two shows. And if you're not in tune, if you're not tapped in with Jim Cornette's show by this point, you will never be. So, and this whole Jim Cornette is a bigot and all this and that. Listen, Jim Cornette is definitely somebody that I wouldn't bring around. Like, it's somebody that I wouldn't bring around, somebody I know couldn't like deal with that type of language, the way he talks and stuff. But we all know somebody like Jim Cornette. I myself, a black male, I don't think he's racist. I can't speak for my what I can't speak for my contemporaries. I can't speak for my peers. I can't speak for my I'll call y'all my loved ones in the LGBTQ plus community. I can't speak for y'all, but as a black man, I don't believe Jim Cornette is racist. Yes, he is very much a loudmouth. Yes, he is very much somebody who speaks his mind, probably too much. But at the same time, this dude hasn't said anything that we all haven't said. And he like, come on now. Come on. Like, just, like, I think at this point, y'all just finding stuff to, like, I just can't get down with that. Y'all just looking for stuff to be upset with. Now, me, when I look for stuff, at this point, it's my job. Like, let's be honest. This is my job. At least when I find stuff to get upset with, I get paid for it. Like, when I critique AEW to the minute details and stuff like that, I get paid to do that. Like, that pays my bills to critique a wrestling show. So what is your excuse to get upset about this man shouting out a show that if you don't know, you'll never know about? Like, kids aren't about to look up the drive-through, or they're not about to look up what's the other one? The Experience. They're not even know. Like, come on, kids don't even know what that is. And even then, you're about to get a very educational, comedic. For it, I'll admit it is very much a certain type of sense of humor, but ESPN, whatever. But yeah, it's very much a specific type of comedy, and I understand that. I understand that type of comedy isn't for everyone. But on the other hand, it isn't something you won't hear in a Dave Chappelle show. It isn't something that you won't hear, and even a Kevin Hart thing. Like, I haven't heard anything transphobic from him, and even if I have, it's stuff that was made before I was even born. And then if you want to go back towards those times, you can find stuff for the Young Bucks saying the F word. You could find stuff of Kevin Owens saying the N word. I don't think either of those people are homophobic or racist. Like, I understand it, but at the same time, like, we got to be adults. We got to be adults about this. And I understand that that's asking a lot of the IWC. I understand that that's asking a lot of the internet wrestling community to be adults, to act mature. But I just feel like y'all finding stuff to be upset with. Bro, that was the most amazing night of television I've seen in such a a damn long time. And it wasn't just because of CM Punk. It was because of Drew McIntyre. It was because of Seth Rollins. It was because of Rock. It was because of Cody. It was because of Rhea. It was because of Becky. It was because of Dom even. Like, that was amazing. Just enjoy it. Quit the tribalism. You don't get anything out of being a tribalist. You're fucking weird if you're a tribalist. I'm going to be honest with you. You're fucking weird if you're a tribalist. If you root for WWE more than you root for AEW, you're like, no, we should be rooting for wrestling. We should be rooting for wrestlers. Now, I understand if you're like me and you're a CM Punk stan and you kind of want to see AEW, get some karma for how they did CM Punk. I'll ask you this. It's been what? He got fired in August, late August, early September. Don't you think AEW has had enough karma? They're losing $35 million a year. Their ratings are tanking. Like, don't you think they've learned their lesson? I think you should start rooting for wrestling and stop rooting for companies. Because at the end of the day, neither of us get anything out of rooting for companies. And at the same time, like, get off your fucking high horse with this FCC style, like, nitpicking of comments. Like, bro, again, with Jim Cornette, whatever you could find about Jim Cornette, you could find in the same amount of time with the Young Bucks, with the people you love. And if you hate the fact that CM Punk supports Jim Cornette, Tony Khan does as well. MJF has stole stuff from Jim Cornette, which makes it obvious that he listens to it. Chris Jericho, come on now. Come on now. Come on, like, just can we focus on the real villains instead of the people who just saying stuff to hurt your feelings? And this is me as a black man. I will not speak for the people in the LGBTQ community. I don't understand that pain. But as a black man, as in racism, I don't see that in them. I don't. Me personally, I don't. And if he did 20 plus years ago, fine, I get it. But at the same time, nothing he is doing now nothing he has done now has had a negative effect on any black man since I've known him, since I've seen. And if we want to pull people's cards from 30 years ago, then let's talk about Ric Flair. Let's talk about Vince McMahon. Let's talk about WWE in general. Let's talk about the fact that, let's just talk. Like we can have a conversation about a lot of people. Y'all fan favorites as well. Again, Kevin Owens, Young Bucks. Look into it. Look on Twitter for 5 minutes. You'll find it. So I just think we got to get off our high horse, act like we've never said the F word, we've never said the N word, we've never had our moments, and judge people for who they are now. Let it go. It's not that deep. Just enjoy wrestling. We don't know these people. We don't know CM Punk. We don't know Phil Brooks. He could be the worst person ever behind the scenes. Roman Reigns could be the worst person ever behind the scenes. Cody Rhodes can be the worst person ever behind the scenes. We don't know these people. Just judge them off the content they give us, and anything else other than that, I don't know. I mean, don't hold me to this. I'm only 23, but I don't. Again, I'm a black man telling y'all this. Like, I don't know. It's just Jesus, man. I don't know. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. They trying to cancel my man CM Punk. Y'all are ridiculous to me. Hit that subscribe button. Have a beautiful night. Like the video on the way out. Have a beautiful night. Sub to Act. Peace.